planning 2020. Because why do we goal set? Okay, and this is something that I do every month with my Badass in Business. Okay, so it's my group program. We do this every single month. Why? Because it's so important that you get crystal clear on what your goals are that you want to achieve. Monthly, quarterly, and obviously yearly, right? Because if you don't know what you want to achieve for that month, how are you going to achieve something? So it's like saying, I want to, I don't know, let's just pick something. I want to make £100,000 this year. Okay, what's your plan? I have no idea. No idea. I'm just going to just hope. Well, I'd say the majority would say that it's not actually going to work. Okay, just a hope, a dream and a wish is just not enough. We have to put strategy in with, I'm a big believer in law of attraction. I love law of attraction. I love feeling in alignment. I love doing things that feel right, okay? But I'm a big believer in strategy needs to come with that. So for example, I don't believe that you can just say, oh my gosh, I'm going to make £100,000 this year and it's just going to happen. No, I believe you've got to put the strategy in and the law of attraction will then meet you halfway and then boom, ha ha ha, then it happens, okay? This shit gets real. So for any of you is anybody new to this? Like give me, say, put new in the chat box so I can see. I can see lots of names that I know and love already. So I'm just seeing if there's anybody new, just so I can give you a brief outline. If you've never seen a live before and this is the first one that you are jumping onto, hello and welcome. Two things. I speak hi Grace. I speak very fast. I get, hi Rachel, I get very excited and I go off on tangents. Okay, so they're just, hey Laura, hi Sarah. Oh, we've got some loads of newbies. So I just want to kind of give you a brief overview of that's what kind of to expect. I'll try and breathe more. I'll try and slow down more. But I get so excited. I know that we've only got this time together, so I really want to make sure that I'm giving you lots of content. I don't like my masterclasses to be boring or to just be about me talking. I like it to be, I like there to be lots of engagement. I love there to be you going away with golden nuggets. Like, oh my gosh, I want you to come away from this live and be like, oh, I'm so glad I jumped on at 8 o'clock and spent an hour with Tash. I'm so, so glad. New, I'm an oldie but haven't been on for a long time. Steph, welcome back. Grace, oh no, it's not my first live. I've watched your Instagram videos, just new to the tribe. Yeah. Really, really old, Lisa. Love that, an OG. We're the OGs, we're the OGs. So, let's get rocking and rolling, okay? Now, a few things what I like to do when it comes to meditation is what I want us to do first is I want us to set an intention. Okay, so I just want you to close your eyes for a moment and we're going to breathe in for 5, hold it for 5 and then breathe out for 5. Okay, you ready? And breathe in. Hold it for 5 and breathe out for 5. I'm going to do that again. Breathe in for 5. Hold for 5 and breathe out for 5. Now, I want you to let go of any stresses, any worries, any negativity, any pressures, any judgment. I want that all to go away. This hour that we're going to spend together is about daydreaming. It's about dreaming big. You do not have to worry about the how. We are going to be doing a strategy for that. I want you to think outside the box. Think about losing the judgment and leaving it at the door, and we're coming into the Thrive Tribe and we're all here to support, encourage each other to be the best versions of ourselves and have that badass 2020 very, very hugely successful year. But to do so, you've got to leave everything behind. I want you to come in and be open-minded, judgment-free. This is a time for us to explore, to use our imagination and have fun. Being in business is the most important thing that we do is we have fun. That's so important that we're doing something that we absolutely freaking love. So what I want you to do now is I want you to set an intention for this time that we're going to spend together. Brilliant. Back in the room, back in the room. Right guys, okay, so Now what I want us to start with is, all in my goal sessions, I love to start with a reflection. So it's really important that we look back on 2019, okay? So we are on the 15th of January right now, 2020. Not only is it a new year, it's a new century. And this isn't something to feel intimidated by. I don't want you to be like, oh my gosh, 2019, wasn't successful in anything. 2020 is going to be exactly the same. No, it's not. It doesn't have to be. This is a new opportunity for you to turn over a new leaf, for you to become the new version of yourself. And when I say new version of yourself, I don't mean that you need to become a new person. You don't have to be anybody else for this year to be successful. I want you to be you, but the best version of yourself. So when I look back, for us to get to the best version of ourselves in 2020, freaking awesome, we need to look back at 2019 in a positive view to start with. So what I want you to do is I want you to reflect on, and put in bullet points underneath this, is what did you achieve in business in 2019? What did you achieve in business in 2019? Whoop whoop, everybody needs a Natasha Clarke in their lives. Hashtag fact, you know so. Love that, Helen. So, what did you achieve in business in 2019? And what I'm going to do is, as we're going along, I'm going to give you some of examples of mine so you can gauge against yours if, oh yeah, okay, right, yeah. Because also what it can do is trigger a memory for you when someone else says something and you go, oh, actually, yeah, I achieved that, or I've done that. So some of the things I achieved in 2019 was I created my tribe membership site, consistent 5-figure months, bought my dream car, flew first class to LA and San Fran, created my Business in Badass group program. So I want you to think about what are some things in 2019 that you've done. It could be started your email list. It could be you got your first client. It could be you hit your first 5-figure month. It could be you started doing your Facebook ads. It could be you hired your coach. It could be you working with me. It could be anything. Whatever it is, what did you achieve? So I want you to look back in 2019 and look back in a positive, enlightened way. So I'll give you a couple of seconds to do that. This is where I'm going to try and be quiet to give you some reflection time. I'm going to find it very hard. So what did you achieve in business in 2019? I'd love for you to share in the comments as well, so I can read some of them as well. I started my business. Yes, Lisa. I felt fear and did it anyway. I love that. Hashtag newbie. Just starting out in October. Built a website, wrote a blog. I built clients. My workshop's going so well so far. Love that. Okay. I'll give a couple more seconds and then we'll move on. Okay, next question. What did you think you would achieve in 2019 and didn't? What did you think you would achieve in 2019 and didn't? Write that down. And the reason why I get us to look back and see, for example, see something like this, it's not to look back in a negative way. You'll understand when I ask you the next question, because it's all about experiencing something and reflecting on it, so you then know, okay, right, that didn't work out because of this, this and this, so I'm never going to make that same mistake again, because that is what's important, okay? What did you think you would achieve in 2019 and didn't? Mine was more work-life balance. I thought I would achieve more of that in 2019 and I didn't. And my trip to South Africa on safari. I thought we were going to make that happen last year, but we didn't, okay? So there's some of my ones. So write down on your list, whether it's on your journal or whether it's on your piece of papers, doesn't matter. You have to be noting it down. Don't forget, you can always come back to this and watch it on the replay. Pause it if you need a little bit more time and go over some of the questions if you really want to dig deep with them. Abso-freaking-lutely. This is, yes, what I like to see. Lisa, fear, lives. Thought I would have started my Facebook group page. Love that. Christmas in the sun. My mobility appeal, including my car, but I didn't win part of the appeal. Going to Cornwall, working on travel problems. Good. Keep them going. Keep them going. Keep writing them down. Think about what were you meant to achieve in 2019. Like, think about where you were this time last year when you set out those goals, those big goals for 2019 that you really thought you were going to achieve. Now we need to look back and think, okay, I didn't achieve them, but what happened? What happened, okay? So, and the reason why I asked this question is this. I don't care what you set out to achieve and why you, and for example, what you didn't achieve. What I care about is the why, because that is key. That is what's going to stop us from not making the same mistakes again in 2020. So think about, more importantly, why, the lessons we learn from that. So for example, you meant to, Caroline, you thought you would have started your Facebook page by now. Why haven't you, for example? Why didn't it happen in 2019? So one of my ones is for my work-life balance was I didn't grow my team quick enough in 2019. I should have done it a lot quicker than what I did do it, and if I had have done that and stopped kind of being in that place of I can do this myself, it's my baby, I don't think anyone else can do this job as good as me, like no one's going to love and care for this baby as much as me. I had to get out of my own way, and as soon as I did and I hired the most incredible VA, like absolutely, she is amazing, she does care, she does love her business, and she's freaking amazing. And one tip when it comes to this, entrepreneurs, is when you are looking to grow your business and you're looking to expand your team, always hire somebody that is so much more better at the jobs than you are, okay? There is no point you going on an ego trip, hiring somebody and wasting your time and your money trying to build your own ego by going, oh, well, they didn't do that good, so I'll just do it. No, you want somebody where you're able to go, okay, this is what I want, can you go and make this happen? And they do it. Trust me, it's the growth my business has seen in 2019 is hugely down to the fact of my team growth, okay? So always think about that. So that's definitely one thing that I would have thought I would have achieved more in 2019, which was the more work-life balance, and I didn't. And more importantly, why? The lesson I learned was I didn't grow my team quick enough. And the whole point of this session, guys, it's to be open, it's to be honest. Hence why I'm sharing I'm being very vulnerable with you guys and sharing with you my examples, what I've learned in business and what didn't go so right with me. Listen, just because I've got a hugely successful business doesn't mean things don't go wrong. Doesn't mean I didn't have goals that I wanted to achieve in 2019 that didn't happen. Doesn't mean that I don't have lessons to learn. Like, this is the life of an entrepreneur, right? So this is why it's so important that we can reflect back with true, open honesty, okay? Because I don't know enough about tech. And what if no one follows it? Caroline, love that honesty. Absolutely love that. I tell you what we can do with that. We can grab onto them answers, we can rack them up, and we can then make sure this doesn't happen in 2020. So what I would say to you, Caroline, is, okay, so if you don't know enough about tech, how can you get to know? Can you hire somebody that can help you learn about tech? And what if no one follows you? Well, you're standing in your own way there, because what if 100 people follow you? What if 10 people follow you? What if 1,000 people follow you? Remember, you guys in here in this Thrive Tribe, there's 6,500 of us. When I first started this Thrive Tribe, it would probably be 18 months ago now, I had one person, which was my best friend. That was it. Now I've got 6,500 of you. But if I would have stayed in my own way and gone, oh, but what if I put myself out there and do a Facebook group and no one joins? I would never be able to be where I am today. I would never be able to be impacting you and helping you and supporting you guys the way I do. So you've got to think about this, Caroline. You've got to get out of your own way. And instead of seeing it about you, I want you to see it as who you are stopping from helping if you don't put that Facebook page out there. People, haters are always going to hate, okay? It doesn't matter if they're friends, family, enemies, whatever. That people are always going to be negative and haters are going to hate. But you cannot let that stop you from doing what you really, truly desire, want to do, okay? You cannot let that happen. I didn't do my live stream because of fear of not getting it right. Doing it now, just being myself, no frills needed. Exactly, absolutely. I was talking about this earlier actually in my Q&A in this group about your first live. Yes, it's scary, but it's actually really, live is such a beautiful thing because it's just so live, it's so unfiltered, it's so real. Like how many times have I done a live and Penelope's been barking outside? Or how many times where, you know, tech might go wrong. I was, for example, in my Thrive Tribe in my Tribe membership site, I had an amazing my VA coming in to, actually it was in here when I was getting my VA to come in and do, we were doing a masterclass, like a chat between us two, a Q&A, and Facebook decided to change it so you couldn't actually have two people on live at the same time. Tech things go wrong, but you can't let it define who you are. You just got to be like, right, okay, I've learnt from that, moving on now, how am I going to do this? My vision wasn't clear enough, as it still isn't, but I'm working on it. Absolutely. So you've got to think about, you're stopping yourself from starting that business and going forward with that business because your vision's not clear. Well, then you need to set out some time, dedicate some time to yourself and go, right, today's a vision day. Today I'm going to sit down and actually work it out. And do you know what I will say? You don't have to have everything worked out perfectly. What you do need to do is start. I did not map out the whole 2 years of my business to where it is today, for example. I started, okay? And the one bit of advice I will say to you is start before you think you're ready, because I tell you what, you're never going to think you're ready. You're never going to get to the point where you go, I'm ready now to put myself out there. Like, it's going to be scary, of course it is. But you need to feel the fear and do it anyway. It needs to happen. You need to, this is like your nice, comfy security blanket. It's like, it's all quite nice and safe here. But this isn't where the best version of yourself is. This isn't where your dream life is, whether it's your money goals, whether it's your travel goals, whether it's being able to take your freaking laptop and work from wherever the hell you want. That, if you're dreaming of that type of freedom, sitting in this comfy little chair, not doing anything to push your business isn't going to get you there. You have to get yourself out there. You have to push past those boundaries. Okay? So, I'm on one, guys. I'm on one. Right, so now what I want to do is I want you to get a separate piece of paper or a separate page in your journal, and we're going to do this. We're going to brainstorm. So I want you to write 2020. Obviously this is backwards to you guys, but 2020, and then I want you to put some like brainstorms off it. And what I want you to do, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to do this. I want you to brainstorm everything. Think big, okay? Really, really think big. I want you to think about everything you want to achieve in 2020. Write down everything. Ready? Get set. Go. You've got 2 minutes. Nearly a minute. Still got a minute to go. Okay, you've got a couple more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Brilliant. Pens down. Pens down. And what I want you to do is I want you to put in the chat box some of your big ideas. Nothing is too big, okay? Absolutely. Dream big. And because of your advice of saying get out of your comfort zone, I've now booked my course for us. And I'm so excited about my future. I would never have done this without listening to you, and you'll give me the motivation. You're amazing, Natasha. Yes, Madeline, this is amazing. Go girl, go girl. Love this, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so share with me some of your big, massive dreams, and I'm gonna give you some of mine, okay? So, 4 live events, business brunch, VIP days, online program, retreat, grow the tribe, grow my badass group, podcast, grow my YouTube focus, grow Instagram. So there's some of my ones, okay? So anything you want to achieve, double my income, double my revenue. So whatever it is, I want you to write them down. So think big, okay? Make my website, yep. Earn £2,000 a month, yep. Grow my business, yep. Good. Share some more with me. Make it big in my business. I love that, Alison. What does that look like though? What does it look like in, for example, revenue? What does it look like in clients? What does that actually look like? 10K months. Yes, Sally. New car, New York, complete first degree module, grow social media. Yes, yes. Discover my talents and create business ideas. Yes. Quit my job and have a thriving personal training business, own an Audi, have no attachment to my ex, be earning over $3,000 a month. Boom. Become a manager in business. Yes, Rachel. Go to Cornwall, do another music course, write an album, buy another house, buy an electric car. Yes, love that. Start my business, holiday abroad, get a house of my own. Yes, move to France, work with you one-on-one. You know so, Lauren. And 10,000 plus a month, a Golf GTE. Love that. Retire my partner. That's a good one. Actually, I forgot to put that one on mine. Retire Michael. Good. Oh my gosh, yes, these are amazing. I love it. How exciting is this, okay, that we are at the beginning of the year. We have got 12 whole months to make this magic happen, right? And why I tell you to dream big is because if I was looking back at the beginning of January and I wrote down own my dream car, my Range Rover, like that is what I wanted, right? I would have been a bit scared. I would have been a bit like, oh, you know, should I write that? Is that dreaming a bit too big? Or am I getting a bit too big for my boots? And what if I don't? Am I going to look really silly to everyone that I've said, my dream this year is to have a Range Rover? But if I hadn't have dreamed big, if I hadn't have put myself out there, then to come around end of September when I came to go and buy that car, it would never have happened. I went to go and test drive that car when I wasn't even ready to buy that car, okay? But you have to get into that. I need you to get into that mentality that anything is possible, okay? That's what I need you to think. That's why I say to you, think big. We can all think small, put a small goal and then go, woohoo, I achieved it. But come on, that's not really your dream life. That's not really where you want. And that's why I want to push you past those boundaries that you think should be there. Says who? Who's told you to think small? Who's told you that big dreams can't happen? Because all that comes down to is conditioning. We do it, it could be from our parents, it could be from society, it could be from our own conditioning, it could be from social media. We condition ourselves to think small in regards to what if that doesn't work out? What if it's the opposite? What if it freaking does? And what if you're like me and you can change your freaking life in literally in 2 years? From when I first started my business, don't forget I was in huge amounts of debt. I was in, I had failed at my last business, even though I don't think it's a failure. I don't class it as a failure when you've learned so much from it. But on paper, most people would be like, oh my gosh, this girl has got huge dreams. Is someone going to tell her this isn't going to work out? Who's going to tell Natasha Clarke that this isn't going down, it's not going to work out? Because of course there was going to be people that told me that, but I choose not to believe it. I choose to think big. And I tell you what, girls, something I would definitely recommend is you need to start hanging around more with people that dream big, that anything is it can happen. And it really opened my eyes up when I go to these events and I'm around people that are earning 7-8 figures, and you know, some of the mind blocks that they've got to overcome is making money is just so easy. I kind of feel a bit guilty for it. Okay, they're the blocks they're kind of overcoming at the moment. And when I used to hear about this, about how these entrepreneurs can earn this much money, I think it's a load of BS, you know. I don't know if I can believe this. But that was me protecting myself, thinking small. I was thinking, well, I'm doing all right. I'm earning good money modelling. Like, you know, it's fine. I don't need to go down that route. And that was just me protecting myself because it's what I really wanted to do. But I kind of wanted to convince myself that everybody else was lying about how much big money they made, because it made me feel better about myself, which is absolute BS. Because the more time I spend around other people that are doing really well for themselves, and I'm seeing people making 7-8 figures literally like it's nothing, it opens your eyes into thinking big. It opens your eyes. And I've got so many examples of when I could have thought small, from the example of when I rung up to see how much I've always wanted to fly first class, how much it would be for me to actually fly first class. I've done this whole live and I've just realised I've got my earphones in. Hopefully it won't make too much of a difference. I'm back. Hopefully you can all hear me okay. And when I called up to see how much it was, and it was going to be £30,000 to fly, and I was like, no, that's not an option right now. I could have gone, I'm never going to be able to fly first class because it's £30,000. It's not happening anytime soon. Instead, I didn't. I still kept that big vision. I still had those first class photos. It's not on this vision board now because it's on my old one. But looking up there going, yes, that is going to happen. And as soon as you're thinking like that, that is when you're going to attract those sort of things. Okay, and I won't go into the story because it's been on another story before, but I'm sure I'll share with you another time how I did attract that and how I did fly first class and how I didn't pay £30,000 for it. As a true entrepreneur, I was thinking about other ways and means. So I want you to think big. I give you permission to think big, and that's not in a way for me to be like, you need permission from me. You don't, but sometimes you just need to hear somebody else to say it. Even me sometimes, when my coach goes, I give you permission to do this, I'm like, wow, I'm really going to think big. You know, even when, for example, I'd done all my goals and my coach was like, okay, I give you permission to think bigger than your big vision. I'm like, whoa, I don't even know what that looks like. And she's like, exactly, get clear on it. So you've got our big 2020s, right? And I'm going to say this to you guys. Success is not an accident. Let me tell you that. It is something we create on purpose, okay? Success is something we create on purpose. It doesn't just happen. You don't fall over and go, oh my God, I'm a huge success. It's like this bullshit that people say, oh, they're an overnight success. No, they're not. They've hustled for 10 years to get to where they are today, or for 2 years or 5 years or whatever it is. Don't ever take that hard work away from somebody and just think, oh, they're an overnight success. But you haven't seen the hustle, the tears, you know, all the hard work that they've had to put in to get them to that point. You're just seeing that glossy magazine, or you're just seeing that social media, and you're being like, oh, wow. So I really want you to think about that. Next question. So we've got our big, massive 2020 goals, right? They're like boom, boom, boom. So I've done this for myself, and I've put them up on just below my vision board. So I see them every day, the massive goals, and I'm like boom, boom, boom. But that's not just where we're going to go. We're going to get a strategy with this one. Okay, so next one. What is stopping you? What is stopping you from achieving those massive 2020 goals? What is stopping you? What is your biggest block that's stopping you right now? Is it mindset? Is it money? Is it fear? Do you not feel like you're enough? What is it? What is stopping you from being able to achieve and smash out 2020? And I'm going to share with you one of mine. I'm scared that I don't have enough time to do it all and to do it all well. Okay? I'm scared that I don't have enough time to do it all and do it all well. So that's a block that comes up for me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got such huge, massive goals. I just don't know if I've got enough time to do it all and do it all well. I don't want to just do something for the sake of it. I want to do it well. Okay, we've got money. Myself, mindset, money. Fear, me. Yep. Fear, lack of confidence. Yep, love these. Fear comes up so much. I've literally just done a massive bundle over the Tribe membership site for women that want to change their mindsets, because fear is just such a bugaboo that comes up all the time, and it can come up for everyone, just at different times. Failing, the embarrassment of it, but I'm working on it. Good, Sarah, because what if you don't fail? What if you're a huge success? Vision. Good one, Wendy. Overwhelm. Yeah, well, this should help, Rachel. My part-time job interfering with my career goals. Yep, Sarah, but you could block out some time for that. Remember, if you sacrificed an hour of not watching Love Island, or maybe not meal prepping on a Sunday so you don't have to cook every night, so you could have that hour to work on your business. Lack of self-belief and self-sabotage. Yep, good one, Trish. Fear of failure, mindset and not being good enough, not clever enough. Oh my gosh. So many of these, I'm like, yep, that was me. Oh yeah, Now I want us to dig a bit deeper, because it's never really just about what it is. I want us to go like a little bit deeper with that. And I want you to kind of, and you can sit and journal on this. Obviously, I'll go over the task now, but you know, afterwards or tomorrow morning when you want to get up and journal on it, journaling is such a powerful tool when it comes to working through blocks like this. And it's what I call the but why, but who says, where's the evidence, and then we got for the solution. So I call it kind of the but why exercise. So I'm going to give you an example of mine. What's the biggest block stopping you right now? I'm scared I don't have enough time to do it all and to do it all well. But why? Because there's only one of me, and there's only 12 months in the year. Yeah, and I want to do it all this year. I've just got so many ideas. Well, too many ideas to be able to fit into 1 year. Okay, now what? Well, okay, my solution is to concentrate on the ideas that really set my soul alight, plan them out for each month, delegate to my team, and plan in time off work. That way I will feel like I've done it all, but with a balance too. So you're literally coaching yourself, okay? So if you're in front of me and you're a client, I would say to you, okay, so let me pick one. Lauren, I'm scared to disappoint myself and fail. Okay, but why? Why are you scared to disappoint yourself and fail? So you would journal on this, or you can answer in the chat box. And it's literally like a coach is saying to you, but why? And the reason this, do you know, sometimes you've got to be asked a question 5 times before you actually come up with the answer. Have you ever had someone's asked you something and you go, I don't know. I'm just not sure. I don't know. Maybe I will actually try it. Maybe I just will do it and just go for it. Oh, it took but whys to get there. 5 of them. I've always been told I'm not good enough. Okay, by who? And this is what I work with my one-on-one clients on video chats when I do our Badass in Business program, because something like this is so important to get to the root of where this is coming from. But why do you feel like that? Says who? Where's the evidence of that? You know, for example, you know, lots of people say, oh, my mum doesn't think this is a good idea for me to do this business. Okay, absolutely, but you've got to think about, does your mum run this business? Is she in business? For example, the majority of people I speak to are like, well, no. Of course, because mums are coming from that love and protective side of them. They don't want anything to go wrong. So they want to kind of protect you. But what you actually need to is speak to an entrepreneur. You need to speak to somebody. Or, for example, if you were thinking about buying a house, you wouldn't go and ask for somebody's advice, somebody that's still living at home with their parents and hasn't bought a house before. You won't go to mortgage advice for them. So you've got to think about who you're seeking advice and approval from, and in what kind of, how much of a depth are you going into that? Because what you want to be doing is, you've got to see it as it's not an excuse. You're not saying this because you're scared, because you can literally flip it on its head and go, okay, but what if you're not, what if you don't fail? What if you're a huge success? How does that feel when you flip the switch? So I want you to do this as a journal exercise. What is stopping you? And then ask yourself, but why? And then see what comes from that. Okay, yeah, but why not do that? See what comes from that. But who even says that? See what comes from that. Or how does that make you feel when they say that? See what it comes from it. Or what if they were wrong? See what comes from it. And then at the end, I want you to kind of dig deep, and then say, okay, so my solution is, and then come to your solution, okay? And one thing that definitely stops us from pursuing our goals and dreaming big is our habits. And our habits could be the detriment of what is going to make you success or not successful, okay? And it's you. Like, I truly believe in anything that you do, the only thing that's ever going to stop you is you. You can come with the excuses, I don't have money, I don't have time. I'm always, as your coach, going to come back with you and flip it on its switch and go, okay, but we can create time. Okay, but what can we do with the finances we've got at the moment? What can we do with the time that we've got at the moment? There's always a solution, always. I don't believe in, once someone gives me a full stop answer, I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. Because there's so many other people out there, whether it be your childhood, whether it be limiting beliefs, whether it be money, whether it be time, whether it be children, whether it be other people's opinions, haters, whatever it is, whatever you're going to come with, I'm always going to come back with something and go, okay, but what if this? What if this? What if we tried this? What if we done this? I'm always going to come up with a solution, because I don't believe in you ever find problems or solutions, result to excuses, but you can't have both. That's from Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's the one that says that, and it's true. You can have results or you can have excuses, but you just can't have both. So I want you to think about, what habits do you need to press the reset button on to allow you to have that 2020 success? And I'm going to give you an example. One of my habits is something I definitely need to improve on, and I got really good at it and then I kind of slipped, and that was, I'm asleep, phone's on the side charging, I wake up, turn off my alarm, and then I see notification after notification after notification after notification, okay? And anything to do with work related, if for example I saw 4 missed calls from my mum, I would be straight on the phone to ring my mum back and be like, oh my gosh, why have you called me 4 times? Everything okay, right? But say for example there's like WhatsApp chats, I think okay, that's fine. But anything to do with like business related, if it's a client and stuff, I'm like, oh my god, they might need me, I need to jump on, oh my god, I need to sort this problem. So what happens is I was just instantly waking up, and this is not all the time, but I've got more into a bad habit of it, of I'm brushing my teeth and I think, well, what's the harm from brushing my teeth and I'm just quickly checking my emails? There's a huge big harm. So I want you to go through this exercise, okay? As I told you, I like to give you some tasks to do, to go away and actually make it actionable, okay? So, I recognise that looking at my phone first thing in the morning, this habit is not serving me. It's causing me to feel that my morning routine is second of importance. I'm in reactive mode and it's throwing me off. I choose to replace it with putting my phone on aeroplane mode until after my morning routine, so I feel focused, replenished and ready for the day. Now your turn. I recognise, this is what I want you to write down in your journals or your pen and paper. I recognise this habit, fill in the blank, isn't serving me. I recognise that this habit, fill in the blank of what your habit is, isn't serving me. Next one. It is causing me to feel, fill in the blank. It is causing me to feel, fill in the blank. I choose to replace it with, fill in the blank. I choose to replace it with, fill in the blank. So I feel, fill in the blank. So I feel, fill in the blank. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to say this again. I recognise this habit of me looking at my phone the first thing in the morning isn't serving me. It's causing me to feel crap. It makes me feel that my morning routine is second to importance and I'm in reactive mode and it's throwing me off. I choose to replace it with putting my phone on aeroplane mode until after my morning routine. So I will feel focused, replenished and ready for the day. So we have already picked out a bad habit of what's making me not going to succeed in my 2020 goals for success. And I'm calling it out, okay? I'm calling it out, these feelings, how it makes you feel. And then I'm choosing to replace it with something else. And I want you to fill in those blanks, okay? So that's a task for you. Don't forget, you can always come back to this. I'm going to move on because I've got so much more that I want to go through with you guys. And I know we're getting short on time and I don't want to keep you up past too late. But I want to keep the energy going. I'm in such a buzz. So what we're going to start doing is we're going to map out Q1. Now, anyone that doesn't know Q1 is, it's quarter one. So January, February, March is quarter one in business terms, okay? And then obviously we do April, May, June, quarter two, July, August, September, 3, October, November, December, quarter 4, okay? So Q1, Q2, Q3, quarter 4. It's just the 4 quarters. We break them up into 3 months. This is how I do it. People choose to do goal setting completely different, and that's absolutely fine, but this I feel works for me. It's what I do with my badasses and my one-on-ones, my one-on-one beauties. So I truly believe that by working, so we've got our 2020 massive goals. We know exactly where we want this year to go, okay? Now we're going to break that down into a quarter in the next 3 months. January, February, March, 90 days. What are we going to make happen? So I want you to think about the things that you want to focus on. So go back to your 2020 with your big goals and think, okay, right, those are our huge goals that we want to work on. Now we're going to map out our quarters, okay? So I'm going to, oh, hold on. So at the top of a sheet, I want you to write January in 1, hold on. So we're going to do so Q1, January, February, March. 3 different columns, okay? That's what I want you to write out. January, February, March. Now, if you're anything like me, I am a sucker for a highlighter. Love highlighters. I love post-it notes. Planning, organising, I just love it. I literally geek out on this stuff, okay? My lovely stationery drawer, it's like that. Every time I open it. Yes, I'm sad, but who cares? Right, so we're going to map it out. January, February, March, right? Now, I've used post-it notes, and what I've done is I've mapped out my 3, right? And I'm going to show you them with you. I've mapped out January, February, March. And I've put them on little post-it notes. And then what I do is I put them up, right up in front of me. So I'm looking at them going January, February, March, okay? This copy I've done for you guys. Now I've got my copy up there in front of me. So, let's say one of my massive goals is to grow my Instagram to 30,000. This is what I want to do this year. I want to get it to 30,000, okay? And currently I'm at 5,000. So I am happy to share these goals with you, okay? In the beginning of business, I concentrated on Facebook and growing that, and I've I've grown my audience to 8,000 on my page. I've got 6,000 in here. I've got 8,000 on my other page, so huge amounts of numbers. I concentrated solely on Facebook, nailed that, niched down on that, knew exactly what I was doing with that, learnt Facebook ads, so they were like something that I just adore now. So now I'm moving my focus over to Instagram. And I say that I teach this in my my group program. It's so important to not be a jack of all trades, okay? Because I want you to think about one of the social medias and concentrate on that. Really do think about where your ideal client is and go there, okay? And you have to test this out at the start. Like, I'm really finding so much, I've got so much engagement, loads of clients I get from Facebook. But now since I've started to concentrate and really kind of niche down and get my content on point for Instagram, I'm getting so much more clients from there now. So that's something I'm working on. So I want to get to my big goal is 30,000. So one of my main goals now for January is to grow my Instagram, okay? And we're gonna get more specific to these, but I just want you to think about the things you want to concentrate for January, February, March. So I'm gonna show you mine. January, grow Instagram, grow my badass group. February, VIP day, online course, photo shoot. March, live event, grow tribe, okay? So they're quite broad, they're big goals, they're like, right, they're my focus on, they're the things that I've picked from my 2020 goals and I've put it onto there. Nothing on there there's no specifics just yet, okay? We're not being specific just yet, we're gonna come to that. So really think about what are those things that you wanna concentrate on, right? So then once we've marked out our January, February and March, give me some thumbs up if we're ready to move on. I need to work with you one-on-one, me too. Yay! Love it. Love it. I'll do a link at the end for anybody that wants to find out some more information about working with me, whether it be in the Badass Group program or whether it be one-on-one. But well, I'll do that at the end. This is about goal setting. So, right, we've done that. So we've done January, February, March. Perfect. So we've done our big goals of what we want to concentrate on. Why I get you to do this? Because I don't want you to look at your big 2020 goals and go, there's so much to do, I just don't know where to start. Natasha taught me, in January I'm just going to concentrate on growing my Insta and growing my Badass Group. That's it. The big massive goals will come. So for me to get to 30,000 in a year, I can't look at this and be like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get to 30,000? I'm just not going to, because then what happens is we feel overwhelmed, which then means we procrastinate. I don't want that to happen. So I want us to solely focus on, so we've mapped out January, February, March. Now we're actually going to get down to the nitty gritty bits of it and our 3 goals for January, okay? Something I made earlier. Do you like my drawings, guys? So we have goal 1 and some bullet points. Yeah, this is another sheet, guys, another page in your journal. Goal 2 and some bullet points. Goal 3 and some bullet points. You could do it at the back, so that's my one, and then I've just done it at the back there. Show you. My ones are up on my wall, okay? So we've got, so now I want you to look at January. So my 2 main things will grow Instagram and grow the Badass Group. So in goal 1, here, it will say grow Instagram by 1,000. So have you noted that? My big goal was to get to 30,000. I'm 25,000 people off, right? But my goal 1 isn't to, in January, the first goal, to grow my Instagram by 25,000 because it's unrealistic, okay? It's unrealistic for what other things I'm concentrating on. Not saying it can't be done, not at all. I'm just saying for me personally, that's unrealistic for everything else that I want to concentrate on. So goal 1, grow Instagram by 1,000. Okay, that's well and good, but how's that tangible? How's it measurable? And I have no idea where I'm going to start. I got your back, girl. I got your back. So that's goal 1. Then we break it down because that can feel really overwhelming. I have no idea how to grow my Instagram by 1,000. Okay. So for me, hire Instagram coach. So I've hired them. Print out all the workbooks. Pre-plan out all my content that I'm going to do for the month. Book in photo shoot, research hashtags, pre-plan ideas of what my content's going to be about. Now, have you seen that? So the big goal was grow my Instagram by 1,000, but then we broke it down into little steps. I'll give you another example. Goal 2, I've got 5 places open for my Badass in Business Group program. Only 5 badasses that I'm welcoming in this month, okay? So, goal 2, welcome in 5 badasses. Have you seen it's tangible? It doesn't say advertise Badass Group. Well, that's not tangible. How are you going to measure that? I need you to be specific and think, right, okay, welcome in 5 new badasses. Brilliant. So I know I'm working on 5. Perfect. Okay. Create content for a free masterclass. Create slides. Advertise masterclass. Mark date in the diary. Book out time for scheduling for clarity calls. Pick only 5 badasses to join the group. So all of a sudden, that big goal now is like, oh, okay, I only need to do this. Okay, the second step, I need to do this. Third step, I need to do this. It breaks it down, so all of a sudden you don't feel like that. You actually feel excited. So, I want to get started on the first step. Tick, mark off, whatever you want to do, highlight. Third goal, pick perfect venue event, okay? So I'm doing an event in London for my tribers that are in the tribe membership site group. And as you can see, there are some other exciting business things coming, so don't you worry, guys. There'll be stuff for you, but this one's for the tribe, the tribers. So goal 3 here, pick perfect venue for event. Now, this can feel really overwhelming. I'm extremely busy, and then on top of that, I want to find the perfect venue for this event. So it could feel a bit like, oh my gosh, there's so many places in London, I don't know where to start. Oh my gosh, where, how. No, instead, I break it down. Research 10 venue places. Get team to look at 10 other venue places. Get prices. Go and visit. Pick the one. Email all details to attendees. Do a little dance. That's actually on there because I'm going to do a little dance once I've got the perfect venue. Do you see how we have gone from our 2020 massive goals to our quarter, January, February, March, what the things we want to focus on, to then our goals for January, our 3 goals. And that is all I want you to focus on, ladies. 3 goals for January. That's it. Why? Because if you try doing 20, you're not going to do any. And I don't want you to do that. I want you to do 3 goals and absolutely smash them. That then, you can be like, oh my gosh, you're going to feel amazing. Okay, you're going to feel amazing once you've got to those ends of those 3 goals. You'd be like, oh my gosh, I said I was going to pick the perfect venue. I did. I signed up 5 amazing badasses to my group program, and I got 1,000 new followers. Yeah, I'm going to do a little dance. Okay, so to get us to that point, there's more. I told you it was going to be jam-packed full of content, didn't I? So, what 3 words do you need to become in January? And the reason why I say become is because we're so busy being human doings, where we've got to do everything, we don't be. But for us to be the best version of ourselves, which is a person that achieves these goals, we need to be, not do. Okay? Now we need to become. Now my 3 words I'm going to share for you, and I want you to pick your 3 goals, your 3 words, sorry. Mine: 1, consistent; 2, aligned; 3, focused. They are my 3 words for January. Consistent, aligned, and focused, laser focused. And what I want you to do, I saw this at an event once, and I thought it was such a brilliant idea. You put the alarms into your phone. So you go onto your phone now. I can't go into mine because I'm on it. Go into your phone, go into alarms. If you're on it now, then don't do it now. Don't need to come off the live. You can do it afterwards. Go into your alarms. Put on, for example, one of my alarms goes off at 5 a.m. It's a silent alarm. One goes off at 11:11. Another one goes off at 1:11. So I have different ones throughout the time. But key, there has to be silent. Because what you don't want to do, you don't want it to disturb you, like an annoying alarm. You want it to just, when you look at your phone, you see consistent, aligned, focused. Boom. Whatever your 3 words are. So share with me. Brilliant. Confident. Yes. Consistent. Aligned. Yes, I love them. Share with me some more. Tell me some more. My 3 are consistent, aligned, focused. They are my 3 January words for me to become the badass version of Natasha Clarke herself. They are the 3 words that I need to become, okay? And remember that, it's become. It's not do, it's become. You want to act like that best version of yourself, which means I need to act consistently. I need to become aligned. I need to be focused, okay? Fearless, organized, delegate, yes. Self-belief, yes. Love that, Rachel. Love them, Sarah, yes. Energetic, artistic, focused, yes. Lauren, fearless, yes. Confident, focused, organized, confident, focused, yes. Yes, freaking love these, abso-freaking-lutely. This is what you need to be. You need to become these words for you to smash out these 3 goals, to make Q1 amazing and to make 2020 freaking awesome, right? Now, I want you to close your eyes. And we're going to do a little visualization exercise. So I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to, we're on a live and it's December the 31st. The whole year of 2020 has gone and it's past us. And you're looking back over your goals that you set with me at the beginning of January 2020, and you haven't achieved them. I want you to feel those feelings of what you're feeling right now. And I want you to open your eyes, and I want you to write down in your journal, your piece of paper, why. What was the because? At the end of 2020, you haven't reached your goals you'd set out to because I what? Fill in the blank. Got distracted. Didn't hire the coach I needed. Didn't join the program, or wasn't consistent. What is it? What is the because? Why didn't you achieve your 2020 goals? Lack of consistency, belief, focus. Yeah. What is the reason that you got to the end of 2020 and you started 2020 so excited and you really wanted to make these goals happen and you didn't? Why? Doubted myself, second guessing myself, letting others waste my time, didn't know how. It made me feel sick at the thought of not achieving my goals. Good. Lauren, I hate to say it, but good. I'm glad. This is the whole point of this visualization. Trust me, I'm not a meanie. I'm doing this on purpose. Excuses, good. Gave people too much of my time. Self-sabotage, didn't think I was good enough. Self-doubt, wow. Yep. Fear of failure, absolutely. Okay, right, now I need to reframe this because I hated that feeling. It was absolutely horrible, and it was horrible reading all your comments, and it was horrible with the fact that, because it's not going to happen, okay? It's not going to happen. We're not going to even put that into our heads. So we're going to reframe it. We're at the end of 2020. And we're looking over our goals that you set with me on January the 15th with Natasha Clarke, and you're all hyped about them, and you're looking at these goals and you're like, tick, 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 tick. You've done it. You set out to achieve the goals that you want in 2020 and you freaking did it. I'm so proud of you. Well done. I knew you would freaking do it. Now I want you to write because why? What's different? End of 2020, I smashed my 2020 goals because I fill in the blank. End of 2020, I smashed my 2020 goals because I fill in the blank. What is it? Did you get the help you needed? Did you believe in yourself? Did you get out of your own way and stop making excuses? Did you take action? Like, what is it? Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. This is the vibe you need to be in. This is the vibe. When you're vibrating high is what gets you results. Okay, getting clarity clear, getting so crystal clear, which is what we've done. We have got clarity, we have got strategy. We've now got the belief of the words that we need to become. We've now know what it feels like to not achieve our goals, and we've made sure that we are eliminating that out of our vocabulary and out of our visualization. It is not happening in this reality. No way, bye-bye, no ho. So now we're concentrating on reframing it. End of 2020, I smashed my goals because I invested in myself. I took action and gave myself the time to give others. Yes, Rachel, yes, you did. Rachel is one of our beauties that signed up for the Badass in Business program today. Yes, Rachel, love that. Lauren, I worked with you and believed in myself and stayed consistent. Yes, Lauren, love that. Stepped outside my comfort zone. Yes, Rachel, because I didn't get in my own way. I believed and I was consistent with full belief in myself and my vision. Yes, Grace. Trish, I believed in myself. Yes. And I was focused, confident, well organised, got help from others, and I knew what I had to do. Yes. Carrie, changed fear to excitement. Yes. And trusted in myself and the universe to make it happen. The only possible restriction is me, and I choose not to be that. Yes. Love that. I stayed focused and determined to make it. Yes, Melanie. Yes, 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 yes. Freaking love these. I absolutely love these. Good, 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 good. Okay, now what I want us to think about is the reward. And this is one of the best parts of it. And I'm going to share a beautiful story with you in a minute. But how are you going to reward yourself at the end of January when you have smashed your 3 goals that you said you were going to do? What is your reward? Is it a nice glass of wine? Is it a spa weekend? Is it a nice me night when you're just going to watch your favourite film with some popcorn? What is it? You're going to go for dinner with your partner, your best friends, your mum? What is it? I want you to know, what is it that you are going to reward yourself and celebrate? Is it you're going to go out partying with the girls? Yeah, I want to come, let me come, let me come. I love partying. I love dancing, I love music. So we need to think about that. And this is something that I done when... A nice holiday. Oh, lovely. That would be amazing. Perfect. That's always a good one. One of my ones is a massage. Like I definitely treat myself to massages, even if it's for the smallest of thing. I'm like, well done, Natasha Clarke. You've done so well today. Get yourself a massage. And one thing that I done was, for me to work up to getting my first 5-figure month, okay, that was a big thing for me. And I had, my favourite champagne is Veuve Clicquot. I love it, the orange bottle champagne, beautiful. So I had this in the fridge and I kept it in the box so no one got mistaken, like, you know, didn't just come in from a night and fancy a bottle of Veuve. No, it was in a box and it said Natasha Clarke, well, Natasha, well done. You have smashed your first 5-figure month, it was. And so that was in there. And it was in there for a good few months before I'd actually done it. So then what I'd done was, the day it happened, I opened it, and me and Michael opened it. Well, he actually like literally went like this and sprayed it all over my kitchen to start with, and then we enjoyed it. And it was the best feeling in the world. The taste of success is unreal, okay? And whatever that success is, even if it's your first client, even if it's your first follower, even if it's the fact you've opened your Facebook group that you've been waiting all year to do, you celebrate. You absolutely celebrate the small and the big wins, okay? And I share that story with you because I want you to show that I wasn't one of those coaches that just fell into the first 5, literally just become a coach and then got the first 5-figure month, the first month they were in business. That wasn't me. You know, I had to work, hustle hard, you know. Obviously, I was doing the modelling agency as well as part-time modelling. Then I gave that up. Then I had to work. I hired my coach. I became a qualified coach, worked with my first coach. And it wasn't until I worked with my second coach then and really learnt the strategy and of exactly the whole business side of things is then when I could attract, you know, those types of figures in my life. So I want you to know that you don't just fall into these, you know, success isn't something you just fall into. You've got to work hard for it. And B, celebrate these things. It's so important that you take the time out to like freaking celebrate it. And know this, ladies, all right? You are capable of the most amazing things ever. So I want you to give yourself a little pat on the back for taking this time out. It's, you know, it's 5:09 now, but you've been here since 8 o'clock. You've stayed energetic. You've stayed focused with me. You stayed on par with me. You took the time out. You could all be watching Love Island, or you could all have been sitting down, maybe putting the kids to bed, or maybe they're in bed and you could have been sitting with your partner or having a bath. There's so many other things you could have been doing, but instead you decided to put yourself and your business first. And what I always say is, it's now down to you to take the action. I wish I had the magic fairy dust to go ping. Your 2020s are all dreams are all coming true because we've done this one session. Unfortunately, that isn't the case. You've got to take action. And the thing is, what I always say, the first step to taking action is the decision. It's the decision to take action. It's to say, do you know what? I'm going to freaking do this. I am. And I truly believe in you, right? My belief in you is up here. You guys need to match that same belief that I have in you that you need to have in yourself. And I remember knowing that when I worked with my first coach, her belief in me was so much more stronger than the belief in myself. And I had to raise that game. I had to get to that point. Whereas now I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah. Now your coach is always, your coach, mentor, whatever it is always going to have that. Like my coach now, for example, I have my belief in myself like here, but she always seems to push me through that ceiling, that pushes me through. And I always feel that you need to have that same belief in yourself and celebrating those small little wins and keep going. Consistency is key. Like, it's key. You've got to do it. And know and believe that anything is possible and you can make 2020 freaking awesome. So I hope that you have loved this goal setting session with me tonight. I have absolutely I loved creating it for you guys. I love goal setting. I love seeing and hearing your dreams and what you want to achieve and make 2020 happen. Like, I just absolutely freaking love it. What planner would you recommend, or what one do you use? Great question. So I have, for my day-to-day, I have just my normal kind of diary. So this is just like literally the days. But then when sorry, that's a week view. But then when I use the high performance planner, which is Brendan Burchard, and it looks like this. And it has 30-minute slots, so that's when I actually like break out what my actual day-to-day looks like. But in regards to like planning month to month, these are exactly what I do. You can put these up in the computer, you can type them up, but I literally have this, but literally just up in front of me on the desk. Love you so much, Tash. I'm so glad I found you. Oh, that's so lovely. Thank you, Sarah. I missed it watching the replay. No problems at all. I'll be watching the replay tonight. Exactly. Just carve out that time and say to yourself, oh my God, I'm absolutely going to do this. And like I said at the beginning, anybody that does want some more information about working with me, whether it be one-on-one or in the Badass in Group program in one of my 5 slots. My one-on-one, I've only got 2 more slots for that, unfortunately. But yes, I will leave you a link to fill out a form to inquire about working with me. But I've absolutely enjoyed tonight, and go and smash your freaking goals. Mwah! Peace out. 8 Town down.